The full extent of one of the most controversial consequences of the recession, the explosion of so-called zero-hours contracts, has been revealed for the first time. They now cover 1.4 million jobs. Now, the contracts have been heavily criticised for exploiting workers. But as our economics editor Richard Edgar reports, not everyone is against them.
For the first time, we know how many Britons are picking up work on casual contracts that don't guarantee a minimum number of hours. For some staff, that flexibility can be useful, especially students who fit work around their studies.
My first 2 years here, I was actually doing full-time hours, working 50 hours a week, and I found it was quite tiring and quite stressful, so I found that working here kind of gives me that flexibility to do other things as well.
But not everyone has the luxury of that choice. This fast food worker in Cardiff would dearly love a full-time contract, but he's got no certainty at all.
You could literally be called in one day at short notice, and you might not be called in another day. You might get 30 hours one week, and then you might have no hours for the next fortnight.
Companies are employing people like him on 1.4 million zero-hour contracts. On average, these workers get only 25 hours a week, and zero hours are most common in hotels and catering, with 45% of companies using them. One manager explained why his events company wouldn't be able to offer the service they do without casual contracts.
We could be sending out one member of staff for a 2-week event, or 200 staff for a one-night event. You know, the very nature of the industry, lends itself to zero-hour contracts because there's not a regular venue that these staff will be going to, and there's not preset hours.
For the first time, today's report has given us reliable numbers of the scale of who is affected by zero-hours contracts. And what's striking is that a third of them want more work. More flexibility comes at a price, it seems. Richard Edgar, ITV News.